Hello, I'm Bliznub, and welcome to Building the Best. Today we're going to be looking at the Atterax. My train of thought, it is derailed. Something to do with not farming the new primes because I'm tired. So, Atterax. Now this weapon was aptly pointed out by one of my viewers as being yet another crit melee. And I left it out of my red crit melee build because it doesn't feel like the rest. All of the others are teeny tiny dual sword weapons, and this is a whip. And it's a bit strange. And I'll be honest, the noise of it slowly spinning is starting to annoy me. So let's take a look at this thing. Now, what we have is a slash damage crit chance weapon, and we have 25% crit chance, which is the highest you can get on a melee, and 3 times crit multiplier, which again is the highest you can get on a melee. But the attack speed is unfortunately low on this, and I have never particularly enjoyed whips for the simple reason that their attack speed, their actual attack animation, is very slow. So what I've done with this is a bit drastic. Just a little bit drastic, but I think it works. Now, of course, we start off with Pressure Point and Buzzkill for incredible amounts of slash damage, the base damage and the slash damage going on here, and then we have Fury and Berserker, giving us insane amounts of attack speed, Organ Shatter for crit damage, bumping us up to 5.7 times, and then we have Body Count and Blood Rush for the crazy combo duration and the crit chance we're going to be getting off Blood Rush. Now this will basically mean that when we hit a 2.5 times combo counter, which is at around 60 kills, I don't know exactly, this thing will be getting red crits every other hit, and when it reaches a 3 times combo counter, it will only ever get red crits, with like the tiniest sliver of a chance for a yellow crit, which is insane, because with 200 base damage and a 5.7 times crit multiplier, we're going to be seeing 2000 damage on a red crit, which is pretty good. And of course then we have Primed Reach down here, for the simple reason that Primed Reach is insanely overpowered on something that is, of course, a whip. This thing has crazy amounts of reach on it as standard, and why wouldn't you? So, let's test this thing out, because it may seem odd that I'm taking a weapon with only 200 damage on it, but believe me, what it does is just fantastic. Now, I don't know why, but I don't like either of the whip stances, and the actual combos that you get with them, personally, I do not enjoy performing, so I'm going to use this thing completely unequipped. Which raises an interesting point, which is that, believe it or not, the combo counter increases when the weapon is not equipped, which I think is awesome, and I will demonstrate in just a second. That basically means you don't need the weapon equipped to do absolutely amazing shenanigans with it. So, let us find some things to perform shenanigans on. Because that, I mean, let's be honest, that's the only reason I play Warframe. You know what? You know what? You, sir, you haven't sounded the alarm, no one knows. Can we get a counter kill? Can we get a counter kill? Come on. We can do it. We're not going to do it, are we? Screw you, sir. Screw you. Okay. So we can see here, the most problematic of the Grineer enemies. I'm going to run across a Berserker being shredded like he wasn't even there. And already, we've maxed out our Berserker procs, and we're getting ridiculous amounts of attack speed, which, unequipped, makes this weapon deal... honestly, makes this weapon feel very good, very smooth to use. And makes it quite enjoyable for me personally, as like I say, I don't particularly enjoy whips. But I gotta admit, this one does a damn good job. And if I switch to it, you can quickly see the combo counter's already up to 28, which is, I didn't look, a 2 times multiplier. And the cool thing about, is it body count? It's not blood, yeah, body count, is that I can just run between runs. I can take pauses between enemies without having to worry about my counter running out, because the plus 12 seconds that it gives me is fantastic. Because honestly, you're gonna run out of combo counter so often. But with this on, I'd say pretty much never. If you're active in the mission, your combo counter is not going to run out. To be fair though, if you have to stop to hack a door, you will probably... Sorry, hack the alarms, I should say. It will probably run out. If I switch to it, you can see we're already up to 2.5 times multiplier, and I was completely wrong about the 60 kills thing. And this weapon is just tearing through everything I pointed at. And honestly, this thing is so much fun. I never thought I would enjoy it quite as much as I do. And whilst, to be fair, I'm only up against level 30 Grineer, I would happily say this thing would fare very, very well in the sortie. It was just today's sortie wasn't particularly good for recording this particular weapon in. But on 15k crit. Oh, that must have been... I don't know technically what you call something that's above a red crit, but that must have been it. God, this thing is fantastic. And, it just feels so good. And the prime breach, meaning that I can hit things which visually the weapon doesn't even touch. Oh, this is so much fun. Anyhow, I am now just glowing over this weapon. Is that the right phrase? I don't know. I don't really care. I am now just going on about this weapon. And you have all got the point. I love it, and it's awesome, and you should build it like this because it's hilarious. Can we get a counter kill? No, we cannot. Screw you, sir. And you, sir. Anyhow, thank you very much for watching. As always, please like and comment below, and subscribe if you want to see more. I'm Bliznub, and this is, of course, the Atterax.